Ah! Freaking power amps, man. All right, hey guys, what's going on? It's that home theater dude. Got a brand new episode for you today. Today I'm going to be doing a double unboxing. I have two amplifiers from AudioControl. This is going to round out their complete power amplifier line for, you know, the home theater type of experience. You guys already saw me do the unboxing for the Savoy. That was a 7-channel amplifier. Now we have their Pantages, which is 5, and then their Avalon, which is 4, 3, or 2, depending on how you hook it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the unboxing for both these things. I'm gonna do it right after the intro. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the Pantages. This is AudioControl. If you guys aren't familiar with the brand, this is a company out in Washington and USA. These are hand-built out there in Washington. So made in America, really, really cool. Last time I did the unboxing of this thing, I didn't necessarily notice the little quirks with the box and the owner's manual. So I'm gonna go ahead and point that out to you guys in this video. So probably the best way to do this is to, all right. So, of course, right here you'll notice that this is fragile. Don't use any hooks, avoid refrigeration, and don't deep fry or saute. So that's right there, right on the front of the box. I missed that on, on the last one that I did the unboxing. All right. Ooh, this is a thick, thick box. Well, not too much in here, just a power cable. Let's see here. See if this is a beefy one or if they cheaped out. They did not cheap out. This is a fat, thick power cord for this power amplifier. And I've been using the Savoy for the past couple weeks in the home theater. I just got it fired up, everything's wired, and I'm doing the final calibration on it right now. So, really impressed with AudioControl just so far. So let's open this thing up on the back. In the box still, you have a functional test in there. And also you have the Black Hawk waltz on the back of your owner's manual. So you get some dance moves and you get some jokes, some light reading for you whenever you want to go ahead and bone up on the specs and the dirty details of this power amplifier. Boy, freaking hell, this thing is heavy. Cool. So let's check this out. Woo! That is a pretty looking amplifier. So now what I'm gonna do is show you a quick view of the back here, let you guys know about it, and then we'll show you the front, and then we'll do the unboxing of the Avalon. Okay, so this is the back of the Pantages G4. I said D4 in the last one, so forgive me guys. This is their power amplifier. This is 5 channels. You can hook this up bridged and do 600 watts by 1, or you can do each individual channel, you know, all your 5 channels all at the same time, driving 230 watts times 5 and 8 ohms, or at 8 ohms. Or if you want to, you know, give it the juice with some 4 ohm speakers, it'll be 300 watts by 5 at the same time. So couple different options here. You have your inputs, also you have a through, so if you want to wire these in conjunction, you can do that as well. So you can have a pass through there. You have your mono stereo version. So for 1 and 2, you have that ability, and you also have for 4 and 5. So like I was talking about, lots of different ways you can hook this one up. You can hook it up as a 3.1, so if you want, you know, just your LCR, you can hook it up that way. And then you can also power a subwoofer at the same time. Cool thing here is you'll notice that each one of these has independent levels on the gains. So unless you're really advanced, I would leave this alone. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys like how satisfying it is whenever these things come off, so you get the close-up. I must say, I really like the way the AudioControl amplifiers look. It's very minimalistic. All it has whenever it lights up is this turns on, And that's all you really need. I mean, it's just an overall very simplistic design, very well built, it's freaking heavy. And that's all you really need. You just need it to perform for you. And what else can you ask for? So this is the front. It's gonna have that brushed aluminum type look. Let's go ahead and see if I can move the light around to give you a better look at it. So it's gonna have that brushed aluminum type look, which I think is really elegant as well. So these things, you know, they're not crazy expensive for what they are. So this is a Class H amplifier, like I was talking about before. Cool running, so it's not gonna have crazy amounts of heat sinks externally like your AAB. Man. So let's get this one unboxed too. This is the AudioControl Avalon.
It's nice, huh? It's the Avalon. It says I care about the way I look, but I'm still approachable.
This is their 4-channel amplifier. You can hook this up as a premium type amplifier. So if you want to be using this for hi-fi, you can as well. Like I was talking about, you can use them as monoblocks if you want to do that 600 watts at 8 ohms. Or what you can do is you can hook this up as 4-channel amplifier, 3-channel amplifier, or 2.1, or even just 2-channel amplifier, whichever way you'd like to do it. So that's really cool. So what I've noticed with this one is it doesn't come double boxed. So, but you still get a message from the people that built it, which is pretty cool. So you still get the Black Hawk Waltz on the back. So if you want to have some fresh dance moves, you got that going for you. We have their beefy power cable like we've seen before. I don't think I need to unbox that one. And then the unit itself. So this one is a 3RU. The Savoy is a 3RU. This is the Avalon, which is a 2RU size. So that's a little smaller. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this as my LCR front wides left and right. And then I'm gonna use this as my surrounds and also my surround backs. And then also, you already know that I've been using the Savoy for my heights. So that one's still working very nicely as a heights amplifier. And if I were you guys, I would probably do it the exact same way. So if you were using this with a processor, I would probably use the 5-channel just for your LCR, and then whichever ones that you wanted, whether it be front wides or not. Typically, if you're gonna be going to a processor that does 9.1.6, so that's 9 channels on the horizontal and then 6 speakers overhead, you're probably gonna wanna do it that way as well. But you can wire this however you wanna do it. So I really don't think it matters, because you're going to be getting your 230 watts a channel, you know, rain or shine with these things. Dang. This is a bad unit. So it's small, but it's beefy. And this thing is heavy. It almost feels just as heavy as that one. Oh. So check this out. I'm going to give you guys a close-up of this, but I didn't even notice that in this one, but you can really see the toroidal transformer front and center on this one. Toroidal transformers, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but in power amplifiers, they're worth their weight in gold. They're super heavy, and inherently with that donut, the toroid as it would be, the power gets sucked to the middle. So any of that unwanted noise and EMI and all the distortion that you're going to be having before it goes to the amplification stage, it gets trapped in there. So it's definitely a nice little unit that they put in here, and you can really feel the weight behind it, especially right here. So you can see that one front and center. You can also see these small little heat sinks in there as well. And like I was talking about, Class H is inherently not really heat driven, so you're not going to drive too much heat with this thing. But I did notice whenever I put the amplifier in my stack that it was a little less than what I had from there before. So I had the Arkham P1000 for my heights, and it typically ran a little hotter than my AAB amplifiers that I have from Parasound. But that one runs definitely runs cooler. So there's something to be said about that. Whenever you have components, especially electronics, if they run cooler, they're gonna last longer. So let's go ahead and show you guys the back. So right now I'm gonna show you what is similar, and then I'll talk about what is dissimilar in a second. So So on the left side, we have your front LED indicators. So if you want them bright, if you want them dim, if you want them off, you know, you don't have to have any of the lights on the front. I have mine, I think they're just in dim, but I mean, even in bright mode, it's not distracting or anything in your stack. Okay, so on the left, we have our balanced, unbalanced inputs. Right here, we have a through, so if you want to have a pass-through, you can do that as well. You have the ability to go mono, stereo, and this is a 4-channel amplifier right here. So if you'd like, what you can do is you can run it as 4 channels, you can run it as 3 channels, you can run it as 2 channels, or you can do a 2.1. So that's really, really cool. If you want to do like a nice fancy hi-fi system, you can just run this with 2 channels driven, and then you can also run your subwoofer off of the same unit. So it kind of saves you some money from having to buy things separate later on. So that's the ability there. You have your high pass, you have your off, you have a low pass. I did that backwards. Low pass, off, high pass. So you have that ability. We have our frequency changes right here. So if you're not going to be using this with a sophisticated processor that you can legitimately go in there and control click by click by click where your crossover is going to be, this is kind of like an old school way of doing it. It's manual set, but it's very, very predictable. So it's very, very repeatable as well. So you have the ability right there on the back to control your crossovers for whenever you want your subs to come in. Also, you know, your speakers to roll off. Same thing over on this side, copy and paste. We have the ground isolation like I was talking about here before. If you're having hum issues, you guys can take care of that right there. Ins and outs on the trigger. We talked about that already. Power on and off, and then your beefy power cord goes right back in right here. So let's show you the front. All right, so I did the undressing of the first one. Let's do the same with this one. Well, all right, guys, so if you're paying attention to the rack, there's lots of stuff that I've just unboxed from AudioControl. Really excited to go ahead and get that stuff in there and test it out. But I also have that Maestro.
The Maestro. The who? What are you talking about, Maestro? My friend, he's a conductor. Oh.
Well, I think that's going to conclude my unboxing of the AudioControl. We have the Pantages as well as the Avalon here. Like I was talking about, I'm going to be using the Pantages as my left, center, and right, as well as my front wides. And then I'm going to be using the Avalon as my surrounds and then rear surrounds. So that's going to be the configuration there. Really excited to go ahead and get these things plugged up, let you guys know what I think about them. But that's all I got. I mean, some pretty solid amplifiers we got here. They're freaking heavy, and I really can't wait to go ahead and get them hooked up. But besides that, if you want to go ahead and grab any of these and leave Dream Media's information down below, give them a call, shoot them an email. They'll take care of your audio control needs. Besides that, I got nothing else for you. Make sure you like, favorite, share, and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.